Hi, my name's Derek, call sign Golf 7 Lima Foxtrot Charlie, and welcome to this videocast entitled Analysing Your Amateur Radio Logbook with Qscope. In this edition, we're going to look at how easy it is to analyse your amateur radio logbook and uncover the statistics behind all those contacts. At the end of this session, you should be able to produce reports showing things like how many contacts you've had on each band and mode, what your QSO rate has been, and lots more. Now, trawling through thousands of entries in your logbook to discover this information would be a really tedious task for even the most dedicated amateur radio operator. And for that reason, many would never attempt it. However, Yannick Devos, call sign ZL4YY, has done all the hard work for us. He has produced a website that is capable of sniffing out the most obscure statistics in an attempt to help us improve our contesting scores and operating efficiency. All we need to do is upload an ADIF or Cabrillo log file and let QScope do the rest. QScope can be used free of charge by casual contesters who only want to produce basic statistics on logbooks containing up to 1,000 records. However, a donation of at least $5 in a year gains you access to an unrestricted account. Here, there's no limit to the number of contacts you can upload, and you can have access to all the available charts and statistics. QScope is updated regularly, and the latest version, 2.21.0, was released on the 12th of January 2021. In this session, we will assume that you're able to produce an ADIF or Cabrillo file from your logging software that contains all the contacts you want Qscope to analyse. This file could contain anything from the contacts made during a short 1-hour contest to your whole logbook. So let's get started and see what Qscope has to offer. Point your browser at qscope.org. For this demo, we're going to create a free account. We'll get 30 days to sample everything that Qscope has to offer before the account is reduced to a free limited account. Click over the register option at the top of the screen and fill out the registration form. Now, I've already got an account, so I'm going to create one using my daughter's call sign. Once you've finished filling out the details on the first registration page, you'll receive an email containing a system-generated key. You will need to enter this on the second registration page along with your chosen password. Once you've filled in this page, you're ready to log in and take a look. Now, the first thing we'll do is upload an ADIF or Cabrillo file containing the contacts we want Qscope to analyse for us. The file I'm going to upload contains over 1,500 contacts made during last year's SOS Radio Week. I need to know how many contacts I made on each band and mode so that I can apply for various awards. This system is ideal for that. Click over the Upload Logs option in the menu on the left of the screen. Choose the file to be uploaded. And then click over the Upload button at the bottom of the page. Wait a few seconds and we'll be told how many contacts were successfully imported and how many were passed or rejected. We're now ready to analyse those contacts. Having uploaded the file, let's analyse it and find out how many contacts I made on each band and mode. To do this, I'm going to click over the Bands/Modes option on the menu, select the ADIF file I just uploaded and click over the OK button. Incidentally, Clicking over the blue round button containing a question mark will reveal help about any of the options. This report provides us with a wealth of information. For example, I can see that I work stations on the 30, 20, 17, 15, 12, 10, 6 and 2 metre bands. And I can see the total number of stations worked per band is along the bottom of the report. I only work stations using FT8 during this event, but for some reason some were recorded as MFSK contacts rather than FT8. I think this was due to a bug with Ham Radio Deluxe. It didn't appear to be reading the correct data mode field fed to it by WSJTX. But the HRD team corrected this by an update, but I can't rightly remember. However, if we follow the lines across, there are totals for each mode down the right of the report. This top report also shows me how many of those 1,535 contacts were with unique stations. In this case, I worked 1,279 unique stations. Obviously, some of them more than once on different bands. So I have all the information I need, but what else is on this page? Well, if we scroll down, we can see that I work 64 countries during the month-long activity, and there's a breakdown of those countries by band and mode. 30 metres seems to have been a really productive band for me that month. Beneath that, I can see how many continents I worked by both band and mode. Sadly, there were no contacts into Antarctica or Oceania this year, but that's to be expected at the bottom of a solar cycle and with an extremely modest vertical antenna. Now they say that a picture paints 1,000 words. So if charts are your thing, QScope does not disappoint. First up, there are Qso Charts. Note that many of these reports have an option to export the results as a PDF file for you to keep and view or print out at a later date. This report is full of charts that show you which stations you've worked most often, how many stations were worked on each band, how many using each mode, and all broken down by continent. This last chart confirms what I feared. My station is not the best at reaching those far-flung lands. I need a house with a bigger garden for that bigger and higher antenna. Maybe I'll show this last chart to my wife and see what she has to say. Now these charts all look pretty tiny and hard to read in this report, but each one comes with the option to be viewed at a larger size and a link so that you can embed them on your website. Next up are the Dxcc and Locator charts. These will highlight which countries and locator squares were worked the most. Interestingly, the most worked square was my home square, Italy Oscar 83, with over 50 contacts made. They will probably have been on 2 meters. Scrolling down, we can see the number of countries and locators worked per band and mode in both bar and pie chart format. Again, any of these charts can be viewed in a larger format and embedded on your own website using the public link. Finally, I want to show you the map producing capabilities of QScope. These are great at identifying the direction your station works best in. If you have a horizontal wire dipole, you might expect to see more stations worked at 90 degrees to the line of your antenna. My antenna is an omnidirectional vertical antenna, so we could expect to see contacts in all directions, though obviously the Atlantic Ocean will limit the contacts to the west and south from this location in Lancashire. Once the report has been generated, you will see a map of the world with flags showing you which countries were worked. Clicking over a flag displays the number of contacts made with stations in that country and the 5 stations you worked most. Beneath you will find options to view these maps using Google Earth if your browser has the correct plugin installed, and download the KMZ files to enable the data to be viewed offline in the desktop version of Google Earth. There is lots more in QScope for you to discover, including those QSO rates so beloved of serious contesters. But I'll leave you to uncover those gems in your own time. For now, I hope you've enjoyed this journey through QScope and found it useful. If you have, why not share a link to this edition so that others can discover QScope and all it offers for themselves. Thank you for watching this G7LFC videocast. I'm Derek, callsign Golf 7 Lima Foxtrot Charlie 73, and I look forward to meeting up with you on the air sometime soon. Bye for now.